In this video, I want to talk to you about navigating a loan modification on your own, or what banks sometimes call loss mitigation. Hey, my homeowners, it is Joshua Sternberg from Sternberg Law Group coming at you from sunny Southern California. When you are thinking about applying for a loan modification, or if you've already applied for a loan modification, you need to constantly follow up on your file. So let's rewind. Let's do that again. Some people make the mistake of submitting a loan modification packet and then waiting to hear from their bank. The chances of a bank contacting you after receiving a loss mitigation packet is very low. And even if they do, they oftentimes contact you too late or not with the information that you actually need. Step one to navigating a loss mitigation packet is to be on top of them. Okay, so when you submit your packet, within the first 48 hours, you should be calling and confirming that they have received your packet. 48 hours later, you should be calling again to reaffirm that they have received your packet. And then the following week, you should be calling and saying, I know you received my loss mitigation packet. I know you received my loan modification packet. Has anybody had time to review it? Then they're gonna give you an answer. Either yes, we reviewed it, or no, somebody is going to review it. If they've reviewed it, you need to go through step by step, page by page, and confirm they have everything they need. Do you have all my tax returns? Are they legible? Do they look okay? Do you have all my bank statements? Is that everything that you need at this time? Over and over and over in that same conversation to make sure that they actually have what they say that they need. The most common headache in a loan modification process is the delay from the lender's side and requesting the same documents over and over and over. How many of you watching this video, give me a likes or a thumbs up or just raise your hand if you've submitted a loss mitigation packet and your bank has been requesting the same documents over and over and over. The only way to quell that, the only way to resolve that, and it's the same exact thing we do in our office as attorneys, is by resending it and then confirming receipt. If I sound like a broken record, it's because you literally have to check on them multiple times, okay? I joke with my staff and with my clients is when you're dealing with a lender, you have to pretend you're dealing with a 5-year-old child.
Wait a minute.
I don't even know if I give them that much credit, like more like a 3-year-old child, because a 3-year-old child is a little bit more out of control. You have to check, did you brush your teeth? Did you brush your teeth?
Did you brush your teeth?
Did you brush your teeth?
Then even sometimes in my house, I go check the toothbrush and see if it's wet or not to see if they actually did brush their teeth. Doesn't mean my child or 3-year-old is bad, but a bank should not be doing this. But if you are serious about your loan modification, you want to take tips from our office, you need to treat your loss mitigation packet and your lender or your servicer as if they are a 3-year-old child. You need to confirm what they told you. You need to reconfirm it. You need to then call back a couple of days later and do it again. This might sound like, and it is. The problem is when you contact these servicers, oftentimes they're not available or they put you on hold for 45 minutes or an hour, okay? Imagine calling, I don't know, what are the 2 worst places to call? The IRS or the DMV, probably the 2 worst places in the country to call. Calling your servicer is like calling the IRS, but you have to do it over and over and over
and over again.
Unfortunately, that is the way the loss mitigation system works. They have not enough people. They have a lot of people overseas who don't know what they're doing. And if you are not advocating for your file, if you are not the squeaky wheel, right? You gotta be the squeaky wheel will get the oil, if you've heard that saying before. You need to be consistently the squeaky wheel. You need to follow up. Now, you may say, Josh, I work from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day. How can I do this? And the answer is you can't. If you're serious about your loan modification packet and you can't make at least 3 phone calls a week that are gonna be expected to last 1 hour, for the entire time it takes to do your loan modification, which is a minimum of 3 to 4 months, you should hire a professional. because the money that you're spending on a lawyer to handle this file for you is saving you those hours per week. You can do the math, but more importantly, your file needs to be handled correctly, and you can't just submit your file to the bank and wait for them to come back and give you good news. Many people have submitted files to the bank, sat back, and then not been proactive and watched their houses get foreclosed on, okay? So you have to be very careful. It is critical to understand these steps. When you're speaking on the phone with the lender, be sure to always ask for the representative's name, the representative's ID number, and if you can't get what you need from that representative, you need to say, I need to escalate my file, and you ask for that person's manager or supervisor. And when you speak to that person's manager or supervisor, you do the same thing all over. You get their name, you get their ID number, and you take detailed notes on the phone call. So these are some tips from Sternberg Law Group on how to manage or how to navigate the loss mitigation loan modification process. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below. I'm always happy to answer questions for you guys. And you can look us up online, sternberglawgroup.com. Please subscribe, like. I appreciate it. I hope this helps my homeowners out there. Thank you so much.